Hello and welcome back to another monthly tarot look ahead. We are here for the final month of 2020. We are looking ahead at the month of December. And we did it. We did it, y'all. This is the final month of what has been the most random year, the most unexpected year that I think nobody was prepared for. And so let's talk a little bit about that before we get into the tarot cards. So 2020, that year, we have 2 plus 2, which equals 4. So 2020, a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, like 2020 vision, we're all gonna see clearly. And boy, have we ever. Number 4 in numerology is also the number of balance, of foundation, of stability. And while our lives have been turned upside down, while I know many people close to me and otherwise who have lost their jobs and who may be feeling unstable and who may be feeling like their foundation has totally been broken up into pieces, we do get this sense of, well, hopefully we should have gotten this sense of balance within our own beings, okay? We should have been able to find that balance, that security within ourselves. Hence, that quarantine back in March when everything shut down and freaking beaches were shut down, everything was shut down. People were stuck at home, and that was really the time to be able to connect to your inner spirit, to listen to your inner guidance, to be able to find that foundation and that balance within yourself and not outside in the material world, okay? So 2020 has been crazy. No duh. And now we are here at the end. We're at the finish line for the month of December. And this is going to be, I don't want to say a crazy one. I don't like to instill fear in people, but we do have a eclipse, a solar eclipse. Hi, magic of I again. We do have a solar eclipse with the new moon that falls on December 14th. And eclipses are very legendary for bringing up emotions, our emotional trauma that we try to hide, those inner emotions that, we don't talk about, that we don't show other people, that maybe we have buried so deep. We thought that we got past those emotions, So beware for your emotional life to take a little turn, or even just to come up, there's nothing wrong with that. Emotions are normal, okay? Especially because this is a new moon in Sagittarius. If you have any strong Sag placements, sun, moon, rising, or otherwise, you might be feeling this a little extra hard as well. You may also be get the feeling of, what is life all about? What is the meaning of this? Especially with the ending of this crazy year and the start of a new one. It might have you in your feels of like, what is the meaning of life, right? What is the truth? What's going on with the government, with the world, with yada yada, right? So that's something to look forward to. We also have, we are in the middle of Sagittarius season, which is jolly, fun, happy. Like I said, then we do have that solar eclipse, which will bring up some emotions and whatnot. And then we do transition into Capricorn season. On the 21st, the sun moves into Capricorn, and Capricorn are, the little bosses. They want you to get your affairs in order, to get your shit together, to get your finances sorted out, to make your New Year's plans, your goals. I don't like to use the word resolution. I like to do intention. So, your New Year's intentions of what you want to accomplish in this new year. And that is all Cap, baby. So I do like Capricorn season. It does bring that sense of like, all right, the partying is over. That Sag energy is done. And let's hustle, right? Let's get back into that rhythm. We are also coming up out of a full moon in Gemini and also a partial eclipse, lunar eclipse, which was November 30th, which again might have hit, it was in Gemini, so it might have hit you Geminis. It also might have hit you Sagittariuses because the sun is in Sag. So again with the feels, again with the emotions. Then it's not over because on December 29th, we have a full moon in Cancer. The kings and queens of feels, okay? So starting the month of December, we may have these emotions, these deep thoughts, these beliefs that you are beginning to either question or that are beginning to come back up after a time of being dormant. Towards the middle of the month, surprise, bitch, we're back. And maybe not even those same emotions are back. Maybe it's another layer of emotions, another layer of thoughts, another layer of beliefs and programming and some conditioning that you need to work through, you need to let go of, you need to rewrite. Okay, this shit is work. The programming that has been instilled to us all and the conditioning that has been instilled in all of us is not readily available. You're not readily just, oh yes, this is a programming I got from my grandma who taught me this, and that. It's not that easy, right? They are deeply, deeply, deeply rooted and ingrained into us. So it takes work to be able to acknowledge them first and then change them second. And it's not easy to do. My advice is just be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the bullshit, the bullshit beliefs and tradition and all that shit that has been instilled in you from your family, from society, from TV, from the media, from social media, from whatever it is. Be honest. If that ain't you, it's not you. So go with what feels right in your heart, in your soul, and be unapologetic about it. Sorry, not sorry. I'm breaking traditional curses. I'm breaking ancestral trauma, and we're growing and glowing all 2021. Okay, so that's a little bit about what to look forward to. So this is kind of like the last hoorah. This is kind of like, well, if you haven't already been focusing on your spiritual development this year, December is kind of like last call. Recondition, reprogram, last call, find your purpose, last call, connect to your angels, to your ancestors, to spirit, to God, to divine, whatever it is. December brings that energy of these eclipses, these emotions coming at you, these beliefs, these thoughts are going to be questioned, are going to come up. So this is pretty much last call, and let's do it. Let's not go into 2021 feeling like the same, let's also come into this whole new sense of like, this is a new reality, okay? 2020 has shown us that, yeah? Everything has changed around us, and things will continue to change around us. And you can either look at that as scary, as a new world order, as fear, or you can look at that as exciting, as adventure, as a new earth being cultivated. And like I said, this is last call to get in touch with your spirit, with yourself, and with the divine source. So let's go. Let's get into this tarot reading. I will be pulling from 2 different decks today. First deck, I will be pulling from the Osho Zen Tarot. And this will give us just an overall theme or message for the month of December. And then the second deck I will be pulling from is the Animal Spirit deck. And this will give us insight on your energy and what is going on within yourself, and also what you should focus on for this very last month, for the grand finale. Okay, so here you go. We are going to do the traditional OG, pick a card. So go ahead, you'll take a nice deep breath, center yourself, and listen to your intuition to pick your messages for the month of December 2020. We did it! Okay, so if you picked pile 1, I'm going to start off with the Osho Zen Tarot card, which is going to give you insight on the month of December. So we have possibilities. And this is pretty self-explanatory. Or do you need me to explain it? I'll explain it. So, possibilities. The world is yours. Just like this eagle, hawk in the top, flying around and looking down at the vast land, it's able to get a new perspective on life. It's able to really expand its vision on life, on opportunity, on possibilities. When you are able to remove yourself from like all the drama that's going on, and when you're able to change your perspective into, yes, a higher perspective of really looking at all of the paths, all of the purposes, all of the journeys, you're able to really see that there's so many possibilities, okay? And this past month, I have really been connecting to this sense of just quantum time, of being at this energetic space of, damn, I can go anywhere from here. And that's kind of what this card is showing. It's showing that you have many, 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 many possibilities that you probably haven't even thought about yet. This is showing that you can do whatever the fuck you want. Period. Okay? There are infinite amount of possibilities and opportunities for you. You just have to see them. If you are not seeing them, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to think that there is only one road for you, only one path for you, and like that's not true. There are many, many, many different paths and journeys you can take to get to one place. So let's just say that, you know, you and a bunch of friends were all going to hang out at the beach or something. Think about all the different ways that you guys could get there. You could take the side streets, you could take this expressway, you could avoid the tollways, you could do this, you could do that. There's so many different ways to get to the same place. And then I think about it as a bigger perspective. Okay, you guys want to go to the beach. Well, then there's an infinite amount, not infinite, not here, but there is so many different beaches that you can decide to go to. So again, changing your perspective, coming from a place of higher awareness, have a higher knowledge of that quantum time and space, is going to really connect you to all the different possibilities there is for your life to go and for your life to turn. And that is, I mean, it could be starting a new career. It could be starting a family. It could be finally leaving this job that you hate, leaving a certain home or estate and starting something new. Anything like that, just know that the possibilities are totally endless. I don't know if I can keep like saying that or how many different ways I could say that, but just know in this next month, don't leave 2020 without this realization, this deep realization. And I don't know if this tarot reading is enough. It might be for some. Be like, oh damn, like wow, I really can do anything, and like boom, there's the spark that you needed. And if not, then really sit with yourself and really get comfortable with that idea that you can do whatever you want. Okay. The thing is, you have to want to do it. You have to want change. You have to want something different, a different path. So there you go. That's the theme for December. Please do not leave 2020 without this realization. You don't have to know what you want to do. That's not the purpose of this card. The purpose is just expansion, is to be able to see that there are so many different ways that your life can go. Okay, there's no one set path. You are in control. You got this. So that is for just a major theme for December. Let's take a look at your energy and what your energy is saying for this month. And we have the turtle. And just a little side note, all of the animal spirit cards that I picked today, they were all water. So again, this is going to connect very deeply to your emotional world, your sensitivity, your intuition. I mean, hence these eclipses and the Cancer full moon this month, like emotions, okay? They were all water signs or water spirits, so crazy. Anyway, back to the turtle. So the turtle is a very ancient soul, okay? Turtles can live for hundreds of years. They're like freaking little dinosaurs. And even though they are a water element sign, they are very, very connected also to the earth, and they are very grounded in that sense. So turtles are great. You think about how long they live, how long they've been around, and they collect experiences. They are here to learn and to grow. So when a turtle is in balance, they are very productive. They are very adventurous. They're going around, snooping around, gaining these experiences, that we talked about them living forever. However, when a turtle is not in balance, turtles have this rep of being like slow, right? Being slow like a turtle, maybe even like being lazy. So when they're not in balance, they tend to get, lazy. They tend to not take action. They tend to feel stuck. And that is not what they're here to do. That is not of their spirit, right? So in order to get the turtle back into its natural energy flow of being adventurous, of, having all these experiences, of being really productive and moving around, is adventure. So this speaks a lot to your current energy of, okay, don't get stuck, whether it be in your feelings or whether it be, don't get stuck in this one path. If you think like, oh, well, I went to college and I got this degree and like, I hate my job, but I work so hard for it and my parents are so proud and like, whatever. No, don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck in those feelings, in those beliefs, in those emotions. You want to be able to start a new adventure, a new opportunity, start to see that this is what you actually need, okay? The turtle thrives when there are new experiences, where there are new adventures to be had, and it's in it for the long haul, okay? The turtles are not here just, like, what is that saying? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. No, the turtle is like, I'm here for a long time, so let's make it a good time, let's make sure that we are following our path, our purpose, that we're not getting stuck and stagnant and feeling just this heavy energy, this like laziness weighing down on us. Let's make sure that we are taking full advantage of this experience called life, and that we are doing whatever the fuck we want with it, right? Or, whatever the fuck you want. Not your parents, not your grandparents, not your cousins and your family or society or whatever, what you want, okay? So I think these go really, really well together. Search for a sense of adventure, excitement, experience in your life. Like I said, don't go into 2021 feeling stuck, feeling like there's only one way for life to go for you, because clearly there is not. Not for you, not for anyone, okay? Not even for me. So, yeah. I really hope that you resonated with this message, and I really hope that you are able to take this opportunity to connect to your ancients energy, that is your soul, and to be able to remember and realize that you were here to go on a mission, right? And you need to find what that mission is. Don't get stuck. Don't feel lost. You'll be good. Just know that there are so many opportunities out there for you. So many new experiences and adventures to be had. So, just get it. Thank you so much. If you liked this video, if you really resonated with your reading, I would love to know. You can leave me a comment. You can like this. You can share this. You can subscribe. You can do all those things if you're fucking with these messages. And I hope that your last month of 2020 brings you all the clarity and all of the new possibilities to be had. All right, thank you so much. Bye. Okay, so if you picked pile number 2, then this reading is for you. And I'm going to start off with the animal spirit card. And just a fun fact, all of the animal spirit cards that I picked for this reading, all 3 of them were water elements. So again, this ties in so beautifully with what's going on with the moon, with the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, the full moon in Cancer, all about emotions. all about that water element of being a little bit more sensitive, more intuitive, more emotional, rethinking your thoughts, your beliefs, and your programming. So, holla, spirits with us today, y'all. And for you, we have the swan animal spirit for your energy. So, if you chose pile number 2, this is so telling of your energy. Your energy is creative to the core. Your energy is intuitive and mystical to the core. The swan is closely related to the goddess Saraswati, which is the goddess of creativity. Okay, so this is very telling of your power, your potential, your sense of creative gifts that you have, whether it be through music or through writing, through drawing, through art, just creating, right? Creating anything. That is what this card is telling, okay? So when the swan is imbalanced, they are very, very powerful. They are super mystical. They are, of course, creative, and they just have this infinite power and potential. Now, when the swan is out of balance, that's when they begin to get a little agitated. They might have a short temper, and they also might be lacking a vision, okay? So what's the sense of, having this creative energy if you don't have a plan, right? Like, you're just like over here creating and just like whatever. Like, of course it feeds your soul and of course it makes you feel good. But true creatives are going to get creative with their gifts, and they're going to be able to make something out of nothing. Okay, so when they're out of balance, it's kind of like a lack of vision. They're super agitated. They're not doing what it is that they like to do or that like they should be doing. Our gifts are our gifts for a reason. So in order to bring the swan energy back into balance, you want to take some time to be alone and do whatever it is that you like to do. So if you got this card, it's because you actually do take your alone time pretty serious. Some people don't know what to do with their alone time, as we have seen this year with quarantines and just people not liking it, people going crazy. And then there's some people that are, natural introverts and love to be by themselves and actually get more creative by themselves. So in order to bring this energy back into balance, make sure you are taking time to yourself, some solo time, not just for self-care. Everybody thinks like solo time, self-care, or like I do at least. I'm like, I have some time to myself. Let me, do all the self-care, but some work, some creative work, especially for swan energy types. Creative work is actually such a sense of self-care to them. Another way that you can bring this energy into balance is through writing and through journaling. And that might be your thing. That might be your creative thing that you like to do. It might not be. But no doubt it will definitely help bring that energy into alignment and to be able to connect you back to that intuitive, spiritual, and creative energy that resides within yourself. And this card goes so beautifully with the Osho Tarot card that is the message for the month of December, the theme, which is sharing. Okay, and these go so, these go so beautifully together because you do have a creative gift. You do have a creative passion. You do have this sense of just a gift, right? Of wanting to share this with others. And yes, that is the theme for December. Do not leave 2020 without showing the world and sharing with the world your gifts. Okay? So what good are these gifts? What good are these blessings if you do not take the time to share it with other people? And it's not just that. It's that the world actually needs your power. It needs your energy. It needs your creativity. It needs your energy in your life, in their life. And as I said, these go so beautifully together with being able to recognize that you have such a beautiful gift, such a beautiful talent of whatever it is, like I said, whether it be art or music or just creating or like funny content, YouTube, I don't know, memes, whatever it is that is unique to you. The world needs it, honey, okay? You need to be sharing that energy, that wealth with those around you. And you might think like, no, there's already too many artists in the world. Oh, there's already too many like rappers or, whatever it is. But, this card is just really a reassurance of that what you have is gold. What you have is this special light that really does need to be embraced. And it really does need to be put out with the world. So, like I said, do not leave 2020 without at least giving the world a glimpse of what it is inside of you, your soul, your passion, your creative endeavors, these things that you like to do when you're alone, Oh, when I'm alone, I like to journal and meditate and pull tarot cards, or I like to, I don't know, literally whatever it is that you like to do, start to be more open with sharing it. You might find yourself thinking, oh, I don't know what to do. You might have that sense of like agitation of like, oh no, like I'm not good at anything or whatever. But if you pick this card, and especially because like the alchemy of these two cards just go so beautifully together. And for the last tarot reading, I started with this one, but it was just fitting to start with the swan because that goddess, Saraswati, that goddess of just creativity, of being in the flow, is going to help you reach that potential. Saraswati, like I said, is all about the flow. Once you get into this state of flow where you don't even know how long you've been reading this book for, or you lost track of time, and oh my gosh, you were only there for an hour but you painted 3 different canvases or whatever it is, that's when you're in that state of flow where it comes so easily. That energy is so beautifully and easily manipulated to serve yourself and to serve others. The opposite of this creative energy would be strict, like routine, strict schedule, strict just more of like the masculine of just not in the flow. Not saying like, oh, we're just gonna see how it goes today. No, it's like setting a timer and be like, okay, I'm only gonna give myself 20 minutes to work on this, and then blah blah blah. Like being that way, being that more masculine, more routine is going to take you out of the flow. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are just allowing yourself that freedom, that creative flow to just do, to just be, to just feel, to just connect. And you're going to want to share, and people are going to notice, and they're going to want you to share. And that's pretty much the message for this month, is that you have some sort of creative talent, baking, cooking, I don't know, whatever it is. And you're being called to share those gifts, okay? 2021 is ready to bring you more blessings, but you have to be willing to share the blessings that have been given to you. Okay, so there you have it. There is your reading for December 2020. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that you liked your message. And if it did resonate, and if you did like this message, please feel free to leave me a comment or like this video or subscribe or share and yada yada. I hope that you have a beautiful and expansive last month of the year. Hope you're ready for 2021 to share those gifts, honey. Let's go. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next month. 2021. I'll see you next year. All right. Bye. All right. So if you picked pile 3, then this reading is for you. And we are going to start with the animal spirit card. And just a little sidebar before we start, I told the other readings too, so you guys should know as well, that every single card that I chose from the animal spirit deck, they were all water cards. Coincidence? I think not, especially with all of that emotional turmoil that might be coming up to the surface because of, the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the full moon in Cancer coming up this month. That is a lot of emotions, as I talked about in the intro. So we definitely see that coming through today within all of us. Every single card was a water card, which connects us again to our emotions, to our intuitions, to our thoughts, to our beliefs, and all of that. So your water spirit card is the beaver. And the beaver is known for being a very hard working, of having that selfless service, of wanting to just help others and working hard until they complete their goal. They also love their family and put family first. And they're very, very invested in their family and being able to work hard for them. That is their reason for all their hard work. So we have the beaver. And so when the beaver is in balance, the beaver works so hard, so tireless. It's really happy work too. It's not like they're working and they're miserable. No, it's work that they want to be doing. As I said, selfless service means that you are not doing it for yourself. You are doing it for other people, and you're doing it to benefit and to help others, not just yourself. And it is that just tireless work. So that work that doesn't feel like work, you want to be doing it. You feel happy when you're doing it. And so that is the energy that you are encompassing or should encompass. So if you don't quite feel this energy yet, it might be because your energy is off balance. And so when your energy feels off balance, you're going to feel like, what am I working for? You're going to feel like, what is the point of anything? You're not going to be fulfilled in your line of work. You're going to feel almost very tired in your line of work, and you're going to feel useless and just really worn out. So if you are feeling this way, then yes, this is the beaver. However, to bring it back into balance is finding that work or finding that thing that is selfless, right? That is going to bring you pleasure or joy, that is work, but it's not so much killing you, right? You don't feel that it's work. You feel that it's coming from your heart. You feel that it's actually even energizing you even more. Like I said, the beaver is actually also very, very deeply connected to the family. So within this next month, it's like find ways in which you can begin to connect more to your family, whether that be like physically, you know, like your connection of being able to talk, to being able to open up, whether that be like spiritually and ancestrally, and digging into that part of your family lineage, or even just like getting your home and your affairs in order for your family, starting your own family or whatever it is. That's another element that definitely helps the beaver begin to find their balance again, find their happiness, and find that sense of selfless work when you are helping others. And the beaver, you know, they're not quick to start stuff. They're not quick to initiate something new, but once they do get started, they're not going to stop until they're finished. So have that sense of energy, carry it along with you of, you know, when you do start something, you're going to see it through. You're not just going to forget about it, okay? That's not what this energy is saying. So for the Osho Zen Tarot, and this is more of a theme or a message for the month of December, we have compromise, okay? And this card is really, really not like forcing you, but it is really getting the message across of don't compromise, of don't give up what you truly want for what somebody else wants or somebody else's beliefs of what you should be doing. And like I talked about in the intro a little bit of, you know, rewriting your programming and and the conditioning that has been instilled in you, and being able to say, no, that's not me, right? I'm not going to be forced to compromise and to give up my identity, and I'm not going to be forced to be a sheep, a minion, and to be the same as everybody else and do the same thing as everybody else. Refuse, resist to compromise. Stay so true to yourself, to your energy, to your purpose, to what it is that you love to do. You want to really stay strong with that, because if you let these conditionings and these programmings take over, then you're going to lose your sense of identity. You're going to become just identical to every other person, to the sheeple, okay? And you don't want that. Nobody wants that, okay? We want to live in our authenticity. We want to live in what makes us unique and special. Your uniqueness is your magic. So really take that into account, and don't be compromising things for other people. Or even like sometimes you realize that it's not even for other people. It's just for this old belief that I had, or for this like tradition that has just been mindlessly passed down. You want to be sure to, you know, stay true to who you are. And so when we get this together, we have the beaver, who is such a hard worker. But it's like, what are you working for, right? Que te ganas? Like, what are you going to get from being a hard worker? Are you actually going to get anything? Or are you just helping other people achieve their goal? And you're just working tirelessly and aimlessly, and you're compromising your own goals, or you're compromising your mental health, or your physical health, or your relationship with your family. This is a very complex duel, right? Because again, the beaver is such a family spirit, loves their family, would do anything for their family. will work endlessly for their family, but, at what cost? At what cost are we going to continue to work? And, what are you going to get out of it? Or do you realize that you are just compromising? Okay, so if you picked pile 3, this takes pretty intense work. This pile I see relates the most to just the lunar phases that we're going to be going through this month, of these emotions, of these conditionings, of these programmings, of rewriting our thoughts and our beliefs, rewriting what it is to work, right? What is it to work? Especially selfless work, where you are helping others, okay? So I really just want to hammer in, though, that you don't want to compromise. No matter what people tell you of, nope, life is about compromise, relationships are about compromise. If that were true, then nobody would be happy, right? Because you had to compromise, you had to lose something in order for who to be happy. You had to lose something in order for somebody else to be happy. A compromise is never to make yourself happy. It's always to make somebody else happy, especially when you just look at it in relationships or in the family sense of, you have to give this up. But it's never for your own happiness. It's never for your own good. It's always for somebody else. So, don't compromise in your goals. Don't compromise in your path or your purpose. Don't compromise your unique identity and your just authenticity for anybody else, okay? You are a hard worker. We see that. You are a family person. We see that. However, we want to be smart about the way we're using our energy. We want to be smart about our family ties and whatnot. So there you go. There you have it. I really hope that you enjoyed your message for the last month of 2020. And if you did like it, I would love it if you would leave me a comment or like or subscribe or share this with your friends. I do this every month. And I really hope that these messages found you well. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out. Make sure to take a breath. This last month will be kind of shady, kind of rocky, but you know what? You got this. You are a tireless worker. You're not going to give up. So don't give up. The universe got you. Don't compromise yourself, your beliefs, your goals for anybody else. And I'll catch you next year. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.